You're watching SBA Today. With all the latest news, stories, and advice, here are your hosts, Paul Long and Tonya Mazurek.
And welcome to SBA Today, sponsored by SBA Collective for the week of May 11th. I am Paul Long.
And I'm Tonya Mazurek. And oh my goodness, Paul, what a week last week. I mean, small business week, people. And there were so many small businesses to celebrate last week. All small businesses in general.
Awesome.
However, there were 26 winners across, I think it was, something like that. Anyway, congratulations to all you small business winners.
Absolutely. Thanks for doing what you do, because I don't think I could do it.
Dude, right?
I lend to you rather than doing it myself.
We deal with those who take on the risk. But anyway, we're not.
Well, speaking of an exciting week.
Well, I know. Yep. Okay, guys. All right, guys. Community Bank and Trust of West Georgia is the second bank fail of the year. Community Bank and Trust of West Georgia was a small bank with 3 branches in LaGrange, Georgia, over 150 years in business.
So per the FDIC, Community Bank and Trust of West Georgia, closed by the Georgia Department of Banking and Finance, which appointed FDIC as a receiver. The FDIC entered into an agreement with Anchor Bank to assume substantially all insured deposits. Just want to stop there for a second. There's 2 big things. One is entered into an agreement with Anchor Bank to assume the deposits. Didn't say the loans. And also it says all insured deposits. So if you're uninsured, I don't want to be you. This is SBA Today. Banks open, close. I'd say all the time, but it used to be. The reason this development is noteworthy is because it kind of does affect the SBA space, as Community Bank and Trust's connection with Phoenix Lender Services. A significant SBA lender that reported and facilitated over $300 million in loans last year, which is pretty good. At this time, it's unclear what the impact of the bank failure may be on Phoenix Lender Services. This could mean fewer active SBA loans out there in the market. Nobody really knows. So I'm pretty sure this affected you, Tonya.
Yeah, it did, Paul. And here's the deal. We have always said in this space for SBA Today that we are going to report the news. We're going to report the news regardless if it even affects us on a deeper level. So yes, I think my thoughts are still being processed because, guys, yes, I am connected there. I was with Phoenix Lender Services. And this has all come down very unexpected for me, no different than anybody else. My initial thoughts after the shock wore off, of course, was to try to help the borrowers, that I still had in the system. All I can say is what I know based on me, since I have only been here since August of last year, is I know what you know. And so don't reach out asking me if I know more, because I don't know more. And what I do know, though, is there were people hurt. And that means clients, customers, borrowers, employees. I think in many ways, the SBA space in general, right? So I've had my head down figuring out my borrowers to make sure that I take care of them. What's next for me? I don't know just yet, Paul, and I will let y'all know as soon as I know where I land, where I hang my hat next, what I do next. Who can tell? But regardless,
Well, I'm pretty sure I can safely say that you would be open to conversations if somebody reached out to you on LinkedIn.
Oh, that's always Paul looking out for me. Yo,
sorry, just saying. Hey, you got the platform.
There you go. Anyway, moving on.
So we are the news. Let's move on to some other things that happened last week with National Small Business Week, I went to a regional lender training up here in Washington. They always do such a great job. And I thought I would share a couple things that I thought was noteworthy. One is SBA is getting a lot of calls that when you're setting up your EIDL loan payments, because let's be real, 90% of our borrowers have idle loans, right?
Yeah.
Their auto pay is stopping.
Oh.
Yeah. Oops. And what happens is the borrowers are just thinking I set it up on auto pay and it just keeps going, but sometimes it's not. It's a constant issue. Now, keep in mind, there's a bunch of different ways to pay your idle loan. Okay. So one of the things is if they go to pay.gov and pay through that method, which is very common,
Right.
ask the question, how long do you want this payment good for? Or this auto payment good for? So people put in like 5 years. I'll pay it off within 5 years, because we always have good intentions until, S gets real. So after the 5 years, they forgot that they did that. Oh, I don't know. When was COVID? 5 years.
Oh boy.
And so what's happening is that's happening. Now, the last thing you want to do is be referred to Treasury for not paying your idle loan. So just simply put, just double check however you're paying and make sure that it is set up and that your last month payment came out. That's all I'm saying. Sounds simple. Yep.
Well, simple. And you can do little things. I have to do little things to remind myself in general. You can put in like an alert on your phone. Like, I'm dead serious. Sometimes that helps, Paul, because we do these things and we don't know sometimes, like you said, it's stopping because it's stopping, or however the heck you said that. Right. But no, put in an alert periodically, right? So you can check in general, because you never know what's going to happen. So
true. And also I learned this, and I'm in the industry, and that is, do you know that they do not accept checks? You can't mail in a check to pay your idle loan. That got stopped apparently like a year or so ago. Learn something every day. So just heads up on there. I also learned that GP is taking about, for our GP friends out there who are not PLP, they're taking about 3 weeks currently. Does that remind you of anything, Tonya?
Before I came to the one that I'm no longer with, right? I was in the GP space for like 8 years. I always said I was a recovering GP lender. And during that time, you know what, Paul, it was usually about a week. I think that the typical average was about a week. I mean, it would get extended depending. I tend to always get the really challenging deep dive deals. And so oftentimes there would be screenouts with, questioning certain things. And maybe that would extend it to 2 weeks even. But 3 weeks was reserved for things like freaking government shutdown, or, not just we're in a space and it's 3 weeks. Did you hear why?
What do you mean?
No.
Nice. And
anybody knows, let us know.
Another thing I'm hearing that through other SBA managers I know, et cetera, is getting your universal purchase package, getting your money from SBA. Boy, that government shutdown, oh God, really hurt them in that department. I am proud to say that the one that I submitted in August, I'm receiving my money this week. Would you like to do your math on that?
That would
be 10 months.
I'm going to, wow.
So they're behind, they're doing what they can. But if you're like, man, what's wrong? What's going on? Just sit back and eat your popcorn, because it's going to take a while. I don't care what how much your deal is.
As much popcorn as Paul eats, I'm surprised you're not enormous.
Funny enough, I actually don't eat popcorn, but that's the phrase I use, but whatever.
Okay. Well, I eat chocolate, and I'm going to sit back and eat my bonbons. I will eat bonbons.
There. Okay. Another thing is, and I will be more than happy to send this out if you message me on LinkedIn. I have, have you ever go into those situations and you're like, my God, I need to call somebody, or I need to email somebody at SBA who knows what they're doing, and I need that nuclear email, but I just don't know what the email is. I got the email. And no, this is not one person I'm picking on. So if our friends at SBA are watching, I don't have some secret list or anything like that, but there is an
I was
awesome,
like, oh,
no, I would never go that way. Nobody would return my calls if I have to go nuclear. Don't worry. I don't have Kelly's email address. Okay. So there is a really cool out there. It's got all the different divisions and all the different shared email boxes and where to go. And if you don't have that, I'd be happy to send that to you. It's great for compliance codes, servicing, all those types things. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you ever need that, send me a message on LinkedIn, and I'd be more than happy to send that over to you. So don't worry, SBA. I'm not going to fill your email box to any further that they probably already are.
Exactly.
But sometimes us lenders need help, and we need to know where to go. And that's
often. I mean, often.
Does.
That's kind of what they're there for too. And I don't think they mind that you're giving out the list of where people should go. It probably helps because how many times have you done this, Paul? I know I've done this before. I had no idea where to reach out. So I'd either reach out to like the team lead for the SBA here in Colorado or something like that. He would have to get it to somebody else, or I'd reach out to 7A question, and you go down this freaking rabbit hole that takes forever to try to reach the person that you could have reached to in the beginning. So I think that's great. And I don't think they'd mind at all.
Yeah.
So good job.
So,
I want it.
Yep. And then some other things that were kind of interesting I just wanted to share is some of the top screenouts that happen with GP packages when you are waiting in line. Now, I would probably say that most of us who listen to this call are probably PLP lenders. And you're like, well, who cares? This doesn't affect me. Oh, wait, Buttercup. Yeah, it does. Because if it's a screen out for GP, is your PLP file correct that way? So we're going to go over those real quick, just as a friendly reminder, because we all want to be good SBA citizens out there and make sure that we're doing the spirit of the program and everything is on there. So the number one thing that consistently is an issue, and I was actually kind of shocked by this, is related to the personal financial statement 413, is it's incomplete.
That surprised you, Paul?
Yes and no. The part so I mean, again, most of the time when we get personal financial statements, it's missing key information, etc. But how does SBA know what's missing and what's the fact? The issue is, remember at the very bottom, if Tonya and I are married and Tonya is going for an SBA loan, I have to sign the PFS with her because we're married, and SBA checks that. So my question to you, PLP lender, are you doing that? Are you checking it? Is your files good? So keep that in mind. Number one.
I always do, Paul, on the personal financial statement. I mean, and I would think there's so many things in that personal financial statement that comes back incomplete. Or what about dates? I think they check that as well. Sometimes the date and it's past the time frame, or the date on the front of when this is good through. I mean, so there's multiple things on that people need to check. So
here's a shocker. Make sure your forms are filled out. I know it's crazy talk, but here we go. Number two, projected income statements needed. Okay. If it doesn't historically cash flow and it's a projection-based deal, you need projections, and projections with, you want to answer that one, Tonya?
Projected income statement. No, I'm kidding.
With assumptions. Because
assumptions. And broken
without
out.
assumptions, I too can make up numbers.
Well, and the other thing is broken out for that first year, because many people oftentimes think that you can just do annual. You cannot do annual. You have to have that
Correcto.
first year broken out for expenses and everything monthly, and then annual. The second and third years can be annual only, but first
Yep.
has to be monthly.
See,
Yes.
look how experienced SBA managers listening to this call, how experienced Tonya Mazurek is. She's available to hire.
Stop it! Stop it!
Seller financials missing or incomplete. How in the do you miss the seller's financials if you're doing a biz act? I don't know. Historical
That would
financials.
worry me a little bit about that borrower now, wouldn't it?
Right, a little bit. Historical financials missing. Let's just say you forgot to upload them. Let's just hope that you just didn't. You just got click out.
That makes me feel better.
This is very common, and that's a Pro-forma balance sheet is missing.
Yeah.
That is critical. You have to put that together, what it's going to look like at closing. Affiliate financials missing. Makes sense. If I own 50 gas stations, I expect to see 50 financial statements.
You know, I think people
sorry for
get
that,
confused
underwriter.
with that these days, Paul, because the affiliation rules and the changes of that. Maybe they're not sending them in because they don't think it's an affiliate, or what do you think?
That's probably it. Oh, that's an affiliate? Oh. I thought a hamburger restaurant and a teriyaki restaurant was an affiliate. I don't know.
Oh, jeez. Okay, anyway.
And finally, month-to-month projections needed, which Tonya already jumped ahead. See how amazing she is?
I didn't read. I did not read. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
And also make sure that things are 120 days from the submission to SBA.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's stale and you may have a problem. But wait, there's more. The credit memo is incomplete. Oh, no way. If there's a collateral shortfall, you better talk about any of the collateral you didn't take as collateral because of that 20% rule, 25% rule. What you gotta talk about that. They're going to look at that personal financial statement and make sure that you're taking all the available equity.
Yeah. So even if it's going to be like third position, right? And it has less than 25% equity, what he's saying and what they're looking for is tell them why you're still not taking it. I mean, you still have to give the point of your intention or your credit decision of why you're not doing what you're not doing. Period.
True. Yeah. This one shocked me. Unclear use of proceeds. Now, here's what I'm visioning. I want a $5 million loan, and I'm going to submit that GP. And my use of proceeds is I want working capital.
Oh.
Now, for what? Like, tell your story, please.
Huge.
And in your credit write-ups, have a chart. I love charts and graphs, right? Here's my sources and uses. Lender, applicant, seller note, whatever, like spell it out.
Especially
look, number 3
amounts or anything like that, they definitely want that spelled out as far as what that's going towards. The working capital. Working capital is a big one, Paul.
Oh, 100%.
I remember that big time in GP space. That had to be spelled out in ink, not
right.
in,
even if it just says working capital, trip to Vegas. At least it tells you what the funds are going to. Like, it's
that better be a good trip that's going for something. Anyway, keep going.
Justification for projections.
Yeah.
Very interesting on that one.
Well, I need to go to Vegas because I really want to put money in the slot to
correct.
Doesn't work.
Possible affiliates, we talked about that, and schedule of collateral is incomplete on the credit memo. So those are some things to keep out there. So I just, again, I'm sure all of you who listen be like, I do that anyways, Paul. God, why are you treating me like a kid? Well, sometimes we need that friendly reminder. So there's that. Now, let's talk about rumors. Okay. maybe this isn't the week to do so. I don't know. So these are some things that I have heard recently. I'm still digging, but I'm going to share because they're just out there. Okay.
Good. Yeah, go for it.
Again, I have no data on this at all. Okay. One, there is discussion, from what I'm understanding, about limiting working capital on 7A loans. Now, let's just think about this. I would surely hope that $5 million working capital requests are pretty low. But I would also think that the defaults could be really high. Now, is it a line of credit? I then think that's a different story. But a term loan for $5 million for working capital? I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean,
don't
in
think
my
there's that
opinion,
many,
there is
Paul.
no way in you know what that I would do a $5 million working capital loan. That's just me. But I'm a
not.
conservative banker.
Yeah, no.
This
Well.
one has made me lose some sleep. And I really hope that this is wrong. Quality of earnings report for all business acquisitions. Now, please be wrong. I have never wanted to be more wrong than this moment right now.
Wow.
For large business acquisitions, okay.
Right.
But I keep thinking about the 300,000, the 700,000, the 1.2s of the world. Please no, mommy, no. Don't do it.
Yeah, no.
This is a rumor that
I hadn't heard that one, but that. Oof. I mean, I hadn't heard that one.
I hope I'm wrong.
I hope you're wrong.
I'm going to say. And the last one is a true rumor.
Nice.
And that is the SOP is being rewritten and is currently under review.
Wait a minute, then, Paul. Let's go backwards. You said true rumor. Is it rumor because you don't know if it's true or you don't or not?
It's no longer a rumor. I know by fact that it's true. How's that? Is that better? I've turned a rumor into a fact. Sorry. we are reporting the news here. Okay. But apparently a lot of bullet points are a part of it. And to make it clearer for lenders. All right, SBA. I look back. I'm going to grab my popcorn, Tonya.
I get my bonbons.
It could be very interesting to see how it's done, and I look forward to seeing it. But it will be the largest changes in SBA history. Dun, dun, dun.
I think that's awesome. I mean, it needs it because have we not all talked about for so long the length of this puppy? The length of the SOP, the Bible we use in this field, right? And everybody can read certain sections. That's why it's so great. You can read a section and each of us take it to mean something different, which is what creates the slowness and what creates challenge and problems down the road. PLP and GP people, right? Because GP, they're going to find it as you put it in and you think you got it correct to begin with. PLP, they're going to find it when you freaking liquidate.
Right. And by that time, it's too late.
Yes, exactly.
So, yeah, no, 100%. Like there's risk on that. So I look forward to seeing that. You know, there's SBA is doing a lot of interesting things. There's new technology that is being I'm sorry, this is fact, not rumor. There is an E-Tran replacement that is going on currently right now.
God, I'm so happy about that.
I'm happy and scared because something new means a lot of change, and a lot of change means possible issues and errors and things for us lenders to gripe about. But let's see what happens.
Are there not issues and errors to begin with, Paul?
Valid. Good point. Good talk.
Okay.
Very good point.
Glad I could help you out with that one.
Yeah. So there you go. There is your rumors and tidbits for this week.
Woohoo! All right, guys. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday morning. We're here live every Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. yeah, join us then. Go back and check out any of our past episodes to see what Pop and I talked about
We're
previously.
just as funny on those as this one.
Maybe better. Maybe better.
Possibly.
Anyway, join us then. Join us on any of the platforms where you get your podcast. We would love to see you here live on Tuesday mornings. Otherwise, anytime that you can go check us out, go for it. We appreciate having you here. That's about it. Go have a great week, and we'll talk.
Make sure to check out Tonya on LinkedIn.
Don't listen to him. All right, see you guys.
Bye.